Why do we trust our brain's judgment when it can't even remember where we left our keys? Why do we rely so heavily on a mind that sometimes forgets names, faces, or even why we walked into a room? Yet this same brain governs every decision we make, shapes our opinions, and gives us the illusion of control. But here's the question: how much of that control is real? Think about the last time you made a decision. Did you choose based on logic, emotion, or a gut feeling? Chances are your brain made the call before you even realized it. Scientists have found that our brains often decide up to 10 seconds before we consciously know we're making a choice. So, are we really in control, or just passengers in a ride driven by our subconscious? The brain creates what's known as the illusion of certainty. It convinces us we've weighed every option carefully, but most of the time it's just picking based on shortcuts, biases, and past experiences. These mental shortcuts, called heuristics, save energy but often lead to irrational judgments. So, can we even trust it? Our brains are riddled with blind spots, like confirmation bias, where we only seek evidence that supports what we already believe. Or the Dunning-Kruger effect, where the less we know, the more confident we are in our knowledge. In short, our brain is a master at giving us false confidence. It's like trusting a GPS that sometimes gets us home and sometimes sends us straight into a lake. But here's the paradox. Despite its flaws, our brain is still the best tool we have. It's adaptable, creative, and capable of extraordinary things, like imagining futures, solving problems, and forming deep connections. Maybe the real trick isn't about trusting our brain blindly, but learning to question it, to step back, reflect, and challenge the mental shortcuts that lead us astray. So how do we stop falling for our brain's illusions? Start by cultivating metacognition, the ability to think about your own thinking. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? What if I'm wrong? What evidence am I ignoring? This small shift in perspective can turn blind trust into mindful curiosity. Our brains are imperfect, forgetful, biased, and sometimes downright irrational. But they're also miraculous. The key isn't to distrust your brain, but to become its partner in decision-making. Because when we question, reflect, and stay curious, we unlock the full potential of our mind. So the next